Every week at this time, we answer your automotive questions. Here's Dave and Alan Gelman with your emails.
Al, how are you?
I'm ready to go.
You ready to rock and roll?
Unbelievable.
Listen to this one. 99 Chrysler Intrepid.
Okay.
Guy had replaced the engine 3 years ago, put 40 Ks on it, turns the engine off, and it bubbles out of the overflow.
Sounds like it's overheating, doesn't it?
Just to me. So the problem, he says, took it to several different dealers for diagnosis. They couldn't find anything wrong. Put in a new thermostat, even changed the radiator without success. Lately, I had a mechanic told me the problem had to do with the new engine. But it's my reservoir that's causing the problem.
I know what the problem is.
What is it?
Because I was cheating. I was reading it before.
Yes. And,
It's the rad cap.
well, it could be, yeah.
It's the rad cap. It's not holding pressure. You see, when you shut the engine off,
Yeah.
the engine continues to get hotter because you're not getting any air through the radiator.
That's right. And it's
And no
percolating.
circulation.
Right.
So it's percolating. It's bubbling. You're like the coffee maker, eh? It's bubbling over. And you need to have a cap to hold the pressure in.
Right.
That's
And
it.
rad cap's what, 16 PSI?
Not even, and people forget. You know, a lot of cases they check everything else in the system. It's a very easy check, and a new cap is what, $10?
If they're $10.
Yeah. So
exactly.
even if you don't know how to check it properly,
And
just
you know what?
buy a new one.
They're calling the motor here because it's a 2.7 Chrysler.
Yes, that car had a lot of engine problems,
Yeah.
but overheating wasn't one of those
Yeah,
problems.
exactly. Now, the real reason is a lot of these guys also don't check the oil. And that's the real problem with this motor.
Exactly.
Right.
You get a buildup of sludge inside.
Yeah.
The adjuster doesn't work properly to adjust the extra slack in the timing chain.
Yeah.
Next thing you know,
Motor's gone.
Goodbye.
So here you go, 99 Chrysler. Have a look at your rad cap. Here's another one I got. I'm having issues when it's really cold and my transmission is slipping. What is he driving? He's driving a Mercury Mystique. All right. Goes to the shop and the guy says to him, hey, your fluid's all black. We're going to swap the fluid out. Now it's worse than ever.
That's right.
What do I do?
sue the bums. I would sue them. No, unfortunately, it needs a transmission.
Yeah, they did
This
a
is-
transmission going in.
Perfect, exactly.
Yeah,
A
right.
perfect example where people have symptoms prior. Don't tell the mechanic.
That's right. It's
And-
costless if you don't tell the mechanic.
They think they're going to save some money.
Yeah.
Well, if you win in court, you will.
Exactly.
Otherwise, no. It's a case of they're trying to fix it after the fact. The horses have already left the barn in this
Yeah.
case.
Now, here's a case where you would have changed the fluid on a regular basis.
Exactly. The manufacturers usually call for about every 4 or 5 years, every 48, 50,000
Yes.
kilometers.
Yeah.
Had they done the routine maintenance, the car would have lasted a lot longer.
No, why is that? People look at transmissions like light bulbs. You know, we only have to worry about them when they blink out.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people do that when it comes to anything on the car. You know, people are they're reactive rather than
Yes.
you know,
And that's
look
one of
at
my
it
pet
prior.
peeves. That really bugs me.
Because?
Is that we don't treat cars like we do aircraft, you know? Like so many hours we change the alternator, so many hours we're going to change the brakes. We don't do that.
No, most people, you know, they're looking to save money. They don't want to spend any more than they really need to.
Yeah.
And how many people actually look in the owner's manual and read that book that outlines the maintenance schedule for the car? Hardly
Very few.
anybody.
And
you
if
know.
you do, it's severe maintenance.
Exactly.
Right, Canadian
because
cars are
we
severe
have
maintenance.
bad climate here. It's rough on
Okay,
cars.
so this car's got 160 Ks. It's a 96. It's not worth fixing.
It's time to say goodnight.
Yeah. Right? So this is really a write-off.
Exactly.
All right, well, there you go. 96 Mercury Mystique.
That was a sad story.
I feel sorry for these guys. You know, it's, well, again, you know, if you're driving a car on a budget, and, you know, I'm trying to look here, see, 92 Corolla. What's the biggest selling car ever?
I think
It's
Volkswagen
Corolla.
Beetle, no?
No, it's the Corolla, that
Corolla.
beat it. I
It
found
beat
that out
it.
last week.
Excellent.
So Corolla is the most popular car ever made. So 92 Corolla has an oil light problem. For the last 2 months, when I start my car, all the dash lights go off, but after 15 to 20 kilometers, the oil light flashes when I come to a stop. I've checked the oil level and it's okay. What do you think the problem is?
Lack of oil pressure.
Exactly right. Or faulty H.
Or they're not checking the oil right. In fact, there's none in there.
I've had that. They kept adding oil, but it was the transmission oil they were checking.
Well, the problem is these engines do start to consume oil as
Yeah.
they get older. And if people run low on oil, you're starving the engine. You're ruining the bearings. You're
You
wearing
gall the bearings, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose oil pressure. And that's actually why the light's coming on. Because the main bearings are worn.
Yeah.
All the pressure goes out. It doesn't stay in the engine and flow. So the only fix here is
Open the engine up and check a look at the bearings.
Yeah.
But in reality,
92
I would,
Corolla?
first thing I would do here is maybe put a pressure gauge on it, see what the actual pressure is. Maybe the light switch is gone or something.
Well, see, most men assume
Yeah.
it must be just an electrical thing because
Well, of
it just
course.
flashes once in a while.
Well, I put a piece of tape over it, lasts longer. You know what? If you've got emails that you want us to answer, and it gets on air like these three folks have, you have a chat, we'll send you one of these little models here from Diecast Mint. And along the bottom of the screen here, you're going to see our email address. I'm Dave Redinger, and
I'm Alan Gelman.
That's it for this week. Thanks for watching Dave's Corner Garage. Send your questions and comments to Dave's Corner Garage at Rogers.com.